Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day this video. Okay, I just wanted to talk to you guys regarding the Avalon Q. I've had this pretty much running for over a month now, and I just wanted to give you guys my experience with this now that I've had it for a month, okay? So I have to say, this unit has definitely been quite popular amongst everyone. I've been seeing a lot of people buying these things, especially for those that want to do it at home, quietly. Maybe someone has free power, maybe someone's got solar. That's where I see a lot of value in this, and I see a lot of people buying this for those reasons. Now, if you're a big boy miner and you know you got hundreds or thousands of ASICs, you're definitely not looking at this at a large scale for mining. This is for those that want to mine a little bit of Bitcoin every day, or solo mine if you want to play your luck. But otherwise, the utility of this Avalon Q is to provide heat. Anyways, I'm going to talk about this Avalon Q throughout this video, okay? So thanks to mineshop.eu. If you guys are looking for an Avalon Q, link down below. Use code RPM for 130 bucks off USD if you're interested. So thank you, Mr. Guntis from mineshop.eu for sending this to me to showcase to you all. Alright, so over the past month, it's been solo mining Bitcoin, and I've actually had this on the low mode, eco mode, which is about 55 terahash at about 862 watts, according to my watt meter here. I'm running it on 120 volt. Okay, 120 volt comes from a 515p cable going into a C19 into the back of the Avalon Q. Then there's the power button and whatnot. The heat comes out from this way, and the intake for the air comes in this way. So I've actually had the fan filter error message, okay, just recently. So I actually had to pop this out. You can actually just pull the front cover off, and actually the USB has to come out first, and you can just simply just pull the front end of it out like this. And over the past month, you can see here the dust has been collecting. Okay, I wanted to showcase this to you guys because yeah, it's a bit dusty after about a month of running this thing. It's not as dusty up here at the top, but it's definitely more dustier on the bottom half of the fan filter here, as you guys can see. So how we take it out, okay, is you just have to simply push down, and it should actually push down between these two slots here, and you can just simply just slide it out like that. Okay, and then you can clean it, wipe it down, and you probably definitely want to wipe down the front of it as well. So yeah, this thing, it does work. The fan filtering does work in a sense that it's going to collect the dust over time. So that's, you know, for me in my area here, I live in a very dry environment, so I actually have a lot of dust where I live. Okay, very easy to just slide back in, as you guys just saw there. And there is a little notch at the bottom there, okay? So there we go. So that's how to change the fan filter on the bottom. The top one, similar idea. You just have to push down on this part here, and you can just pull up like that, and that's how you take out the fan filter there. Okay, so pretty neat. Very easy to clean the fan filters when that time comes, if you get that message, which it'll say directly right on it, and also on the app as well. Okay, let me put this back, and I'll clean it again later. Just wanted to show you guys that. Very easy to just push it back in. Now I gotta put the USB back in. Okay, now, so it's summer right now, and it's been pretty hot, to say the least. And to be honest, I have not been running this upstairs to heat my house because it's extremely hot. It's summertime, everyone knows this. So I've actually been testing out the timer function on this thing. So it actually does work. So throughout the day, I actually have this thing off. So it actually turns on by like 9 p.m. okay, at nighttime, and then by 7:30 a.m. it will turn off the next day. Okay, so I've actually had that work, and because like if I have this upstairs and it just requires power, I can literally put this anywhere. Again, I'm only on eco mode, okay, which is actually kind of a problem. Not really a problem with these Avalon Qs, but it's kind of a problem, especially if you're wanting to run this on super mode. All right, so let's talk about that. Okay, super mode is where it's going to be pulling over 1900 watts, and I have not been able to successfully run this thing on super mode on 120 volt outlets, okay? So some areas in my house, I have 15 amp circuits, so that's really only good up to about 1800 watts, but you know, you don't want to go over the 80% rule, so that's like what, 1500 watts. Now, I do have some 20 amp 120 volt outlets, which can go up to 2400 watts, which then I can run on super mode for this. But for anyone else, okay, the problem is that anyone that is not living in a newer development house may not have 20 amp 120 volt circuits in their house. If you live in an older development, you're probably only 15 amp 120 volt circuits. So that's really one of the flaws with these Avalon Qs, that the power requirement, I guess for people in Asia, you're gonna have no problem because everyone's on 240 volt. But anyone in North America and anyone that's gonna be, you know, running one of these things at home, you gotta be mindful of the power infrastructure that you have in order to run one of these things. Now, I don't know really many bigger miners out there that are going to be running this on 240 volt. I mean, it's okay, but the dollar per hash, like if you're spending, what, these things cost over $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 right now, you got to think about the efficiency that this thing can achieve, right? So 90 terahash at about, you know, 1700 watts. That's an efficiency of about, I think, 18 to 19 watt per hash, or joules per terahash. But then there's the standard mode, which does about 80 terahash at 1400 watts. And then the eco mode, which is my favorite, is 54 terahash at about 843 watts. So that's an efficiency of, I think, 15.5. So that really stacks up well against the bigger boy miners. But as a home silent miner, that's why I think this is so popular, right? So it's not like someone at home is going to buy, you know, I was gonna say, if you were to compare it to buying like S19J Pros right now for like 400 bucks, but you're getting over 100 terahash on those miners versus, you know, something like this that costs, you know, 4 times more. But an S19J Pro, if you don't have a way to make it quieter, those fans are very loud, right? If you don't have the environment to run, you know, a big boy Bitcoin miner, it's going to be loud. And if you don't have 240 volt circuitry, it's not going to work, right? So that's why I see a lot of people buying this, because at home, for again, 15 amp circuits, you're going to probably run on standard or eco mode. Eco mode I like the best because of its efficiency, as you guys can see here. But yeah, anyways guys, yeah, that's just what I really want to talk about in today's video here. Yeah, I've been running this for about a month now. It's been great. It's been no issue. So let me know down below if you guys have had good experience with your Avalon Qs. Let me know if you guys have had any issues or anything like that. Let me know down below. So yeah, this thing outputs a decent amount of heat. All right guys, that's it for the video. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out. Peace out.